Time sequencers. We use time sequencer to say when or in what order things happen. Then and after that. The most common way of linking consecutive action is with then or after that. For example, I got up in 7:30. After that, I took a shower. When. We use when as a time sequencer and also adjoin two actions. For example, I was swimming when I got a cramp. Also, it is also used at the beginning. For example, when I was eating, someone was watching me. Next, this time sequencer, we use it to express the future. Next day, next month, next week, etc. Example, on Friday I went out to party. The next day I couldn't get up. Later is used to express an action that happened after. For example, I fell down the stairs. 3 hours later, I was in the hospital. Connectors.
This time, I'm going to explain the most common and basic connectors and their use in English. First, we're going to talk about the word because. Because introduces clauses of cause and reason. It's a subordinating conjunction. This means that the clause it introduces is a subordinate clause, which needs a main clause to make it complete. I will explain what I said before in an easy way. We use the word because when we want to express a reason. For example, everyone left early because Mark and Helen had an argument. In the previous sentence, we have a main clause and one more clause, and we use because for express a reason starting from the main clause. Or at the beginning. I'll show you how we can use because at the beginning of the sentence. Because they were so tired, they went to bed at 9 p.m. When the word because going at the beginning of the sentence, we use a comma between the subordinate clause and the main clause. Now, let's continue with the next connector, but. We use but to link items which are the same grammatical type. But is used to connect ideas that contrast. For example, I love fruit, but I'm allergic to strawberries. As you can see, we use a comma before the connector or between the two ideas. Finally, I'm going to explain the word though. This connector means in spite of something. We also use this word to express contrast. Though can go at the beginning of the sentence, as in the following example. Although it was rainy, we put on our jackets and went for a walk. Or can go in the middle of the sentence, as in the following example. Everyone enjoyed the trip to the final although we lost the match. Usually, native speakers use more though than although because it's a shorter way. But both are correct. But in formal writings, we should use although. All connectors, we can use them in our daily life. For practice, I'm going to give you some phrases in Spanish and you have to translate into English.